Yeah.
I've been in a place where I've been cheated on, and I've been in a place where I had the tit for tat and said, and I'm gonna
That's a good
give it to you. So,
interesting, Sharelle.
Did you do it because strictly you just wanted to get back at him, or you really just wanted to have sex with somebody else? Like,
no, I felt like I had enough. I was at the end of I had enough.
but have you ever, in any of your relationships, have you ever just wanted to like be with somebody else? Like, you're in a relationship, you love this person you're in a relationship with, but you want to
Venture off.
dip your toe in
I
somebody
think
else's
us
pond.
as women, our answer will be different because we are emotional creatures.
I agree.
And I feel like, when I was younger, I used to have the tit for tat mentality, and I cheated on my ex-husband with Chad. I wouldn't say
Really?
cheat because I mentally checked out.
I understand. So you were almost done with that
I
relationship.
was done.
So you were
I
done
was
with that
mentally
relationship.
checked
I see.
out. And I grew an emotional attach. So it was like I was already physically attracted to him. So it just made it even better.
But see, that doesn't feel like tit for tat. It just feels like you was done and somebody else caught your attention.
But at the age I'm
You see how they trying to justify it? You see how they trying to justify it? And this is really humiliating, if anything, for Chad Johnson. Bruh, I'm very, heterosexual. I'm very comfortable with my manhood and my masculinity. And I can honestly say, Chad Johnson, bro, you not an ugly looking dude. You can get pretty much any woman you want. He can get any woman he want. He's considered a high value man. Probably will end up going into the Hall of Fame. It hasn't went into the Hall of Fame yet, but it probably will eventually. Has the whole nightcap thing with Shannon Sharp, making a lot of appearances on media, guest appearances on, different type of venues or whatever. But out of all the women, Chad Johnson, out of all the women, you chose to mess with a married woman, bro. And then for this woman to be able to go out here comfortably on a podcast with other unaccountable women, that's justifying her actions. Well, it's not tit for tat because you already checked out. Like, huh? And this is where we are. We have so many of these type of podcasts that's leading so many women astray. That's doing a huge disservice to women. I mean, the most ungodliest advice, the most toxic advice, and just justifying it. They're not holding her accountable. They're not putting her feet to the fire. Right when she said, I cheated on, my ex-husband with Chad Johnson, this should have been an immediate accountability session where we are watching two women hold a woman accountable for cheating on her husband instead of justifying it. Chad Johnson, bro, this is not a good look. This is not a good look, fam, because you could have got any woman. And out of all the thousands, out of all the millions of women, you chose her, bro. You chose her. And that says a lot about you. Not only that says a lot about her, but that says a lot about you. That says what type of person you are. Untrustworthy. Can a man trust you around his wife or around his girlfriend? Are you checking out his wife or his girlfriend on the low, fiance on the low? It's justifiable to question those things, Chad. And I mean, and I don't know, I doubt he see this, but this is not a good look. This is not a good look on his legacy because how you got her is how you'll lose her. At the end of the day, a woman like this can't be trusted, and a man like you can't be trusted. So honestly, it may be a match made in heaven or hell, heaven, whatever. But maybe y'all were the perfect match because both of y'all are scandalous. But anyway, let's keep going.
I'm at now, I felt like it was wrong because I should have ended that relationship fully.
Yeah.
I agree.
I was younger, and at that time, I was focused on myself and trying to get over everything that I went through. And if I would go back, I probably wouldn't have did what I did, but it happened. I can't go back and change it.
Does that affect your relationship now?
With us?
Yeah.
Of course.
So do you feel like Chad may not trust you as much because he knows you was with another?
I wouldn't say it doesn't affect Chad and our relationship because I told him the reason why I did what I did. But it does affect my ex-husband and our relationship. We do have a child together, and
So we are co-parenting. relationship.
it does affect a lot. We don't communicate at all.
Yeah.
I bought my son a phone. That's how we communicate. But it's hard to really explain to him because as a man, their pride is very hard. It's like,
I understand.
you basically, I took care of things you should have, but they don't see what they do. They just look at what you do, that one thing that you do, and you're the worst person ever.
Yeah. Yep.
But-
Because men can't take it. They can't
They
take
can't.
it.
They can't take what they did.
Exactly.
Oh,
They
no.
cannot.
Oh my gosh, bro. The amount of toxicity and unaccountability. And this is what a lot of women are listening to on the internet with these podcasts. But one thing I can say, that was refreshing to see when I went to the podcast, when I just looked at the comment section below this video, it was a lot of women holding this woman accountable. And that was refreshing to see. Like, nah, sister girl, you was trifling. Another comment, I call BS. Why did you cheat on your husband? It was a lot of women that was going in. And like I say, it was refreshing to see. But the amount of unaccountability and the amount of scandal that this all really goes down into, this whole Pandora box of scandal that this relationship that this lady and Chad Johnson is in is off of ungodly foundation. The foundation is bad from the start. That's like buying a house and they mess up on the foundation. The concrete was poured incorrectly. It wasn't balanced properly. And then they just build the house anyway. And then you in the house for a year, and before you know it, you struggling with closing doors and all this other stuff in your house because the foundation is bad. This is a terrible foundation to start off a relationship, to start off a marriage. I think they're engaged. I'm not sure if they're actually married just yet. I think they are married. But this is, and I've seen this 1,000 times. I've seen this movie 1,000 times, and we've all seen it. Just like the Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats situation. Ever since, I don't care what nobody say, but ever since Alicia Keys messed with Swiss Beats when he was married, I don't care what nobody say, her career has not been the same. Because before she got with Swiss Beats, her career was just going upward, 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 like a plane on the runway, just taking off, and she was going up. But right when she messed with Swiss Beats, that was a married man, and I was proud to see how a lot of women handled that situation. She lost a lot of fans off of that. She lost a lot of respect off of that, and a lot portion of her career kind of went down in a downward spiral. And I'm not sitting up here wishing bad on nobody, but this is just karma. This is just how God works. This is how the universe works that God has created. How you get, just like Alicia Keys when she was messing with Swiss Beats, just like how she got him is how she'll lose him. And then after a couple of years of them getting married, after messing around when he was married, he divorced his wife and then married her, which was trifling. But then after a couple of years that they were married, he was messing around on her. And now at that point, it's kind of like, how she, And I'm pretty sure this is how women like her, this Rosado, I can't remember her first name, Sharelle Rosado, that's her name, I believe. But women like this and women like Alicia Keys, at that point, when they are a part of a scandal and they form a relationship, it has to be a finish line. It has to be a big payoff because I didn't break up a family and a happy home for nothing. So we gotta get married. We gotta cross the finish line. Even though this is shaky foundation, I have to get a reward from this. We have to get a reward from this. And this, like I say, man, this is doomed from the beginning. Wow. Let's keep going.
Take it.
On the other end of things, I feel like people have to understand, and now I realize this now, that people have like just relationships, not just, you know, sexual or just intimate relationships, friendships, corporate relationships, whatever. It's an expiration date. And I'm saying that to say that like we have to be, you know, put our big pants on and just say, you know what? This is not fulfilling me in some kind of way. This is not helping me out. This is not helping me reach my goals. Or I'm not happy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we just get in this mundane, you know, day-to-day time of where we're just like, you know what? I'm gonna wake up next to this person. It works. Rent is paid. We gonna figure it out.
That is what I was dealing with. Like I went through so much in that relationship, in that marriage.
Yeah.
I started just, okay, let me just check the box. Of
course.
And that's where communication comes in at. Because it's like, I can't focus on my kids anymore. I can't make sure, you know, he's happy. I got to focus on me because if I'm not happy, he's not happy.
Yeah.
So I felt like if I would have communicated more and exited out of that relationship, it would have been better. We probably would have had a better co-parent.
And you know that now.
Yeah, of course. I have matured. I have learned. I was in my late 20s, early 30s when all that happened. But, I mean, it happened. I learned from it.
You say you was in your late 20s, early 30s. So she's 36. She's 36, 37 right now. You wasn't old. You was of age. You went, like you say, you were in your early 30s. So this was literally a few years ago. That's pretty recent of you being scandalous. And it's just like how they said a moment ago how men can't take it and men can't handle. It's not about that. I mean, and that's a whole nother conversation for another day, okay? But as men, when they marry you, when a man wifes you up, that means that he has you on a pedestal. That means that he has a standard of you that he does not have on other women. He has a standard of you of a queen standard, superior. And when you lower that standard and when you let another man imprint on you, if you know what I mean, your husband looks at you as if you're tainted. You're no good. And then on top of that, now all this stuff is coming to his realization where now he's realizing, well, that ladies trip that you said you went on, did you really go on a girls trip? Or that ladies night out that you went on a few weeks ago and you came home at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning, were you really with your homegirls? Now this stuff is starting to add up, and now this stuff is going through this man's mind. And this happens to a lot of men that have been cheated on. But they're told to get over it. Or men ashamed because unfortunately, you know, we do have a lot of men that's not marriage minded nowadays. We're in the gender war era, unfortunately. And you know, we're going to come out of it. We're going to talk about it here. But this right here, man, this is not a good look on Chad. And this is why I also tell a lot of people, you can't be looking up to these celebrities. You know, what's that J. Cole said some years ago? I want that real love, that Will and Jada type of love. And then when it came out, oh man, I don't want that kind of love. I don't want that kind of love. J-Lo, Ben Affleck, and all these other celebrities that y'all be looking at. These celebrities are nothing that you should really try to mirror your relationship or your marriage off of. A lot of these people have open marriages. A lot of these people started off their relationships being married and cheating and ending up in relationships with the person that they cheated with. A lot of this stuff involves scandal. That's why as godly people, you know, as godly followers, whether you Christian, Catholic, whatever, and I label myself as a godly Christian man, and I'm not perfect. But if you're a Christian, right, and you know that this is ungodly, you have to understand that you can't have these type of footsteps in your personal life, and you can't watch other people and let them be your example when you don't know what they're doing behind closed doors. But I don't know, man. I just want to talk about this for a little bit, and just, you know, kind of have a little dialogue on this segment. But anyway, man, drop your comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. And yeah, like I say, Chad, this ain't a good look, bro, because you could have had any type of woman on earth that could have been way at a higher caliber level, but you chose this. And like I say, you have to what's the I was watching dodgeball earlier. It's five steps of playing dodgeball: dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. You have to do all of those steps to avoid getting caught up, Chad. To getting caught up, Sharelle Rosado, whatever her name is. Or I'm gonna just put this on her right now. You know, because while she on the phone with her husband, you know, hey, where you at, babe? You know what I'm saying? She up there with Chad. And Chad behind her, you know, doing the doggone Dougie. And I ain't talking about the Dougie dance wise. He doing the Dougie, if you know what I mean. And she on the phone, you know, rocking back and forth. Yeah. Trying to not be get caught up. That's trifling, man. But, you know, karma comes around. And when it comes around, you already know what time it is. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Peace.